Apocalypse Gaming.
Oakley dokley folks, we are almost there. I have just about built all our, what's the word I'd be looking for? Pre-supplied? Oh, somebody put it in the comments. Terrain like this that isn't her starts, basically. Pre-designated, what's the word? God, I'm struggling. Blowing the strikes. Anyway, this is all I've got left. It's the Sentry City stuff from Knights of Dice from my good friend Viv over in Australia, who always seems to have good worldwide deals to buy stuff over, so it's worth checking them out. So we've got some cell towers, and I'm going to do the small easy things first. So we've got cell towers, a bus shelter, and thank you Viv, I didn't actually buy all of this, I bought a chunk of it, but when he was over selling this stuff to retailers in the UK, he sent me a couple of bits as a wee gift as well, so thanks very much, brother. I wasn't expecting that. So that's 2 bus shelters, some shipping crates, dumpsters, looking forward to these. Don't know why I'm looking so forward to them so much. This one's going to be hard to see. I had to repack it in cellophane because I've had it stored for that long. The plastic that was around it shredded, and bits of MDF were beginning to fall out, so a bit of shrink wrap. 68 O'Neill roll. So it's a substantial building, that one. This one, 89 Moore Street. Another substantial building. I think these are going to be fantastic for Empire of the Dead, by the way. I really do. Yeah, the eras and everything don't match. I don't really give a damn. I think they'll look great in an Empire of the Dead board. This is one of my favourites. It reminds me somewhat of some of the subway stations in Glasgow. Down St Enoch Square. Reminds me of the ones that were there, and Buchanan Street, so looking forward to doing that. This though, I've just ripped the cellophane, is my absolutely most favourite, the Harmonic Theatre. Both myself and Mithro, when we saw this on Viv's site when they first launched the company, just absolutely fell in love with it. And again, it reminds me of a bingo hall on the south side, west side, I can't remember where it was in Glasgow. Think down near Springburn. None of this means anything to anybody unless you live in Glasgow, but hey ho. But this reminds me of a bingo hall. It's not a bingo hall for this, it's the Harmonic Theatre, but it reminds me of one that me mammy used to go to. So really looking forward to this. Mithro fell in love with it as well when she saw it, so that's going to be the last build. That's going to be the thing that I'm going to finish off this terrain series with. Unless I find some other bits of terrain that I didn't realise I still had, but I believe I've kept, in my opinion, the best to last. Absolutely love that. So I've never built MDF terrain before, so this will be something new to me. I've built MDF dinosaurs and things like that when I was a kid, and pterodactyls and things like that. Let's turn the camera on to me now. So it will be a new experience, something I've not done. I've watched Gerson's way of sealing the MDF, and his ideas are either shellac, matte varnish, or diluted PVA. And I've spoke to Dreadlun, and he uses car primer. Don't know what the right solution is. I like the idea of car primer because it's the aerosol and it'll land in the top and should give it a good seal. That's the one I like the most because I think it's the one with the least chance of moisture getting in. If anybody else can tell me something different, I'm open to ideas because there won't be any builds or any sealing done to these until they're built anyway. So If somebody else has got other ideas on ways forward, stick it in the comments below. Stick your videos in the comments below if you've got a video on it, or you've saw a video on it you think's a good way of doing it. But probably leaning towards doing the car primer at the minute. Get some Halfords big tins of primer because they're not overly expensive. Not any rattle can primers in the house in ages with airbrushing. But I want something on it to seal it properly, because I do understand the issues of it's not been easy to paint, but I also don't want to destroy any of the detail. I know Dreadlon has already done some of these buildings, so if he's painted the Sentry City stuff and used the car primer, then I know it's something that's not obscuring the detail on it. But stick your feedback down below. That's what's coming up. There might be one or two of these tacked on at the end of this video, I don't know. I'm just filming this part before cracking them open and looking and starting, but these are small enough and look easy enough that I could whack them together quite quickly. Oh, one other thing, if you are interested in the Knights of Ice stuff, I don't know what they're like now if they come packed with instructions. I don't think they will, because Viv will try and save on weight for postage, but on the website, each of the buildings, or at least the buildings that I've looked at, has a detailed instruction set that you can go and download and follow through with handy hints in it as well, where there's bits of issues where it's harder to put something in. They tell you that bit's a bit harder, so do it this way, from the experience of building the particular building. So that's useful, but they're all there on the website, nice and detailed, simple, clear, follow instructions as far as I can see. Not built one yet, so I don't know if that's 100% true, but looking at the instructions, they look dead simple to follow, bam 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 all the way through. So that's us, that's where we're at. Is there going to be something built on this video or not? So I'll say see ya, but it might not be. It might be something after me. Right, just so there's something cool to finish this video off with rather than just me rambling and showing stuff, let's build a bus shelter. So, packaging open. See, this is all new to me. Oops, bits falling out. That's what it's supposed to look like when done. Oh, nice smell. I like the smell of burnt MDF. Now can you see the detail of the grooves there that Knights of Dice have managed to cut into it? Do we need better lighting? So those are lovely, clean, crisp cuts, certainly. Now there's a set of instructions as well. Can I just pop this stuff out? Pretty much, yeah. So it feels like some of it may need just a knife just to release it. So what I'll do is I'll get a new blade in my knife, because I don't have a new blade in it. And rather than trying to look at this through a camera lens, I will take these out with the knife off camera, just so I'm not damaging anything. But some of it falls out, other bits are just get tiniest a little bit of joints still. So just need loosened with a really sharp knife. There and there. So let's get on with that and we'll come back when it's all cut out. So my best guess, before actually physically looking at the instructions, is it pressed out these are the bits I need and the bits I don't need are in here. But we'll find out, see how good I am at this on gut feeling or not. But best guess, this is the bits that's required. So this is just a dry fit of stage 1 and stage 2, and it just slots in together nicely. I will put a little bit of PVA to hold it. Next part on the dry fit would be, let me get the right side, this down in here. Now it will require a minimal amount of sanding, I think, though I don't want to put too much pressure on. But looking at that versus the hole, it just won't fit in no more by half a mil. Can we see that? So minimalist amount of sanding. Otherwise this is exceptionally precise fitments and fits. So looking good. So we'll take this pack back apart if I can and glue it up in the order it's supposed to be. So it's that. We'll glue onto there with a spot of PVA, same again, and then we'll get it in position. So just using my typical builder's PVAs. I'm just using this neat rather than diluted. Now the grooves go inside. Let me make sure I get the right one, but the grooves go inside. I can clean that down with a slightly damp brush when we're done. So, last time I built something like this was several years ago. Well, when I say something like this, I mean MDF. It might even, I don't know, that will be MDF. Those kiddies, dinosaurs and birds and tigers, etc. So nothing of this sort of detail. And I've never painted anything like this. So again, as I say earlier in the video, tell me how you go about priming them and preparing them for priming. So again, the decorative grooves go to the inside. I don't want to wait for that to dry up because I want it to be square, so I'm going to get it positioned into this right away. So a wee spot of glue just in the internal fold, because as we've seen already from the dry fit, on the external bit it's a different piece, so just a wee bit to get it tacking up once it goes in. So it all went in nicely. Get everything flush. Don't want to introduce too much moisture to MDF, so it's just a light dusting off with the glue that I've got in the wrong place. And I'll get on to the next part. So as I say, we need to sand that, so let me grab a file. So just take our file, which side is it? It'll be the outside. Doesn't look like it'll make a difference, but I do want to make sure I sand the correct bit of both, so just do the same top and bottom. So yeah, that will go in now. I don't want to force it. I want to get a wee bit more off the top also. So that goes in beautifully. Make sure to do the same for the top. I'll test it by throwing it on the floor. Let's try that again. So let's test it by inverting it and just see if it'll fit in the holes in the bottom. it will, so that should fit top and bottom if logic works. And we'll do the same for the one that goes on the outside here. So that looks like a slightly nicer side, so we'll sand to the nicer side so that when the two bits go together they fit. Or we'll file rather than sand. So yeah, that will go in nicely. So does that. So that leaves the back, the rear. So which side's the nicer looking side? This side's the nicer looking side. So again, so it's even about half a millimetre is all I'm really taking off here. So that's beautiful, nice and fit. A bit tighter, but it's going to go in, but I think I'll just, if I can get it out without breaking it, just take a wee bit more off. That will do that. So, bit of glue all along the back. Make sure we've got this the right way up. Beautiful. So again, this will be the side it's facing out, so this is the side I'll need the glue. Sorry if this is ultra boring. We'll find out in the edit. I don't even know how fast I'm doing this. Opposite side. If I was trying to be neater I could take longer, and if I was trying to get really fast I could certainly do this quicker. I'm just trying to find the right balance of getting something relatively neat. It's a nice little bit of kit, I don't want to destroy it. But also mindful of the length of time I'm on camera here. So just trying to balance both viewing pleasure versus length of time on camera. So now it'll be position the roof. So I'll need a bit of glue all along the top of this. Committed to cardinal sin here. I haven't tried a dry fit, so let's hope to God this all does fit now. And I've not applied glue in bits I don't need to, because I think I might have, but we shall see. It certainly helps me put that the right way around. Yeah, I put glue along that surface and I didn't need to, but hey ho. So that's looking good. Let's get a wee bit of moisture on my brush and just get some cleanup going. Again, as I said just a couple of minutes back, this is MDF, so we don't want to get it too wet. But I also want anything that we see like that cleaned up. So again, I realise I ain't talking, because I forgot. Once again. And I'm doing it again. After saying you forgot to talk, you say something and shut up. There's a bit much moisture on that for my liking. Just try and eyeball that nice and square. Before I put it in place, I'm just trying to get the glue a bit more even. It's looking nice. This goes there. I think I'm going to leave that off at the minute because I think I'll be printing a poster for there. And if I'm printing a poster to put it into there, I want to stick that on afterwards. But the bench can be done next. Quick dry fit, make sure. That doesn't even need glue, that's really a nice tension. So as that, you can hear the two bits going together. So, bit of glue for the feet. I should have dry fitted that bit. Make sure this would go. It's a nice positive sounding click. There we go. One bus stop, Art Deco style. Goddamn gorgeous, actually. As I say, that would go there. I'm not sticking it on because I want to put a poster or something in there, and it'll be much easier to put the poster in and then glue that on than the other way around. So that's my first bits of Knights of Dice terrain and my first bit of MDF terrain, and I like it. I like it a lot. So if you don't know who Knights of Dice are by now, after me talking about it so often, go and check it out. Take care, my friends. See ya on the next one.